Hello, hello. Good evening, my people. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on your location. I am here once more today to talk with my people, my fellow Biafrans. Ndị be anyị ekenekwa m unu, udo dịrị nwoke dịrị nwanyị. Ya maalụ unu mma n'ụtụtụ, maalụ unu n'efifie, maalụ unu mma n'abalị. Abịakwa m ka m gwakwa unu ụmụ kilikili information ndị nnụtagasị nchọkwa ka unu mara ife na-aga. Mana tupu m gaa n'iru ka m kene Chineke onye nwe ụwa, Obinigwe nna anyị onye kere ụwa. Ana m aja gị mma na-etokwa gị, na-asị gị bịa n'ala otito, na-ayọ gị biko onye obi ebere, onye ọmịiko, ka ị gbapụtara anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, onye ndu anyị, onye ndu ndị Biafra, Ọhamadike 1, ka ichedoli anyị kịta ọka nọ n'aka ndị ilo ka fa ghara igbu ya. Na-ayọkwazi gị n'isi ụmụnne m niile ndị bi n'ụlọ na ndị bi n'ama ụmụ Biafra. Chineke biko chedokwuola anyị our prime minister, ka ife anyị na-eme ka ọ na-aga n'iru. Ama m na nwata chọba nke asị na o mee ife ọjọọ, mana Chineke nna ọ nke m bụ ụzụ afịa ya, ka anyị ji wee na-achọ nke anyị. Biko nna bịa mezuo ife bụ atụmatụ obi anyị gbasatala inwe Biafra. Ise. My people, join me from wherever you are. It is 7:35 now, so I'm sure that most of us are back from work. Join me so that we will continue. There is one important information that I would like to let my people know. Ndị be anyị, unu ma na onye ndị ilo gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. O nwere ife ndị na-eche unu nche, na-echekwa anyị niile nche, a na-akpọ Biafra Liberation Army. O nwere ife Fabia kwuo wee sị ka onye ọbụla akpachala anya na ndị anyị na fa na-anọ ya bụ ife. Ogbugbu kafa mma n'ọnụ, ọ ife fa chọrọ. Ya ewetara m ya bụ information ka unu nụkwa, wetakwa information ọzọ gbasatalụ etu ndị na-eyi uwe ojii na ndị military si wee chọọ ịwakpo gọọmenti Tinubu ka fa mee ya overthrow. And ịkọtakwala unu ife prime minister anyị kwuru gbasara ya n'oge gara aga na ife okwu tata na State of Nation address o mee na Twitter space. So my people, let's get it on. Unu amago na ndị zoo fa nwere ezigbo nsogbu. Nsogbu ndị zoo bụ na mmadụ achọrọ ka gị na ya na-abụ ọnọdụ n'udo. Ọ chọrọ ka ịrapụ ya, ọ chọrọkwa na ịrapụ gị ndụ. Ifro no very complex, ọnọdụ jọgburu onwe. maka na ndị Igbo si na ife jọgburu onwe bụ na agwọ abalị amara ebe o tinyere isi. Ọ ife ndị anyị na-afa na-eme ife abụ mara ebe agwọ abalị tinyere isi n'ebe ndị zoo nọ. So ka m kwọlụ na ife ndị ife na-agwara anyị, ndị na-echedo anyị n'obodo, ife fa kwuru. M ga-etinye ka volumie rie nne ka unu wee na-anụ ya. Enwekwa m ike kọwaa ife o kwuru ma ọ bụrụ na ọ sụọ ya n'oyibo.
Those that are being informed, important as I told you earlier. Those that are being informed, they have ability to perform. Failure to perform, you have yourself to be blamed. Avoid every food from the north that poison it, kill you. If you say I'm joking, then others will learn from your death. If you say I'm joking, get it, and when you die.
Hello, my wonderful people. Juliana Obi, good evening. Thank you, my sister. Ladies first, and thank you, Sonny, wonderful brother. Thank you for joining. We have a very quick update from the one of the Biafra Liberation Army person. You know, they always get information, and when they get this information, it's good for us to spread it quickly. So let me start it all over again.
Important as I told you earlier. Those that are being informed, they have ability to perform. Failure to perform, you have yourself to be blamed. Avoid every food from the north that poison it, the one who kill you. If you say I'm joking, then others will learn from your death. If you say I'm joking, get it, and when you die, other people will learn from your death. No, Biafrans, we are stubborn. We want.
Good day, everyone. Hello.
I want to bring your attention to
my brother Henry. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining. Let's listen.
Hey everyone, I want to bring your attention to a very important thing I noticed. I used this vegetable oil, and 2 days ago, I mistakenly forgot my vegetable oil on the fire and left. It burned for a long time, and I was informed. Coming to my house, I ran straight to the frying pan on the fire, but instead of the vegetable oil drying up or catching fire, I just noticed smoke. Quickly put off the fire, and after putting off the fire, I was so surprised that after cooling down, what I noticed is that number one, the vegetable oil did not dry up. Instead, it turned to this, I don't know what to say about it. This sticky substance you see, it looks like quota. The size, I don't know what to say. I just want to tell you it has the formation of a hydrocarbon. So I want you to be very, very aware of the
Do you know if my camera is very clear enough, you would have seen it.
Just scared what it must have done.
That is vegetable oil. Let me get the name of the vegetable oil so that other people from home will get the name and avoid it. It says Laziz, Laziz, cholesterol free, pure vegetable oil. My people, you know, when you mix quota, when all these chippings and bitumen, when you mix it, that's how growing the oil became, and it rose up. You know, this is supposed to be vegetable oil. not like Gary, but the thing started rising up like a floor and was very sticky. And the man was turning it and it turned dark. To tell you that that vegetable oil has been poisoned. Because normally vegetable oil, if you leave it for too long in the fire, it will either catch fire or it will dry up. But this one started rising like bread, but very sticky and dark. That's what that man was telling our people. He said that they have intel that these people goes to the north to carry our people and buy them at night. That anybody who have relatives, brothers and sisters, extended family members in the north should tell them to start coming back home. And that they have, you know, the tons of bags of rice and beans that they returned sometimes last week when the governor of Niger State, that they are going to bring it back, because why they took those ones back was because they haven't poisoned those ones. So, like I said when I started this program, when you are doing something with somebody that doesn't like you, he doesn't want you to go, and he doesn't want to leave you to be in peace, that means it's like a snake, night snake. Ndị Igbo na-akpọ ya agwọ abalị, amara ebe o dobere isi. These people, igbusi ndị be anyị bụ their goal. That's it. So for those of them at home, ndị be anyị mekene nwobele sacrifice ka Biafra nụnwa bịa. He leave all this vegetable oil, Indomie. The man warned about Indomie. He warned about rice. He warned of those eating beans from the north, that they have poisoned all these things. It can only take one drop of chemical on a bag of rice or a bag of beans. The whole bag will be polluted. Even their tomato, injection. You know, if you give a faji nwayo na-eme onye ndu anyị kita, onye ndu na-ebuzi na amụzila onye ọbụla amụ ka onuku, o ifefe achọrọ ime anyị niile. This zoo Fulani terrorists, fafuro mmadụ n'anya at all. They don't like our people. But I thought the other way around should have been the case. Because if I don't like you, I wouldn't want to have anything to do with you, and I will let you go. I will stay off your own lane. But these people, they don't want to leave us to go. They don't want us to stay in peace with them. They don't want anything good for us. You know? So I saw this and I said, it will be well and fine for me to bring it to show our people, so that those who are buying all this food made in the north should stop. They should stop buying it. They should stop buying food from the north. Yesterday, I was showing you people the house that collapsed in Onitsha, and how, what's his name, Soludo, dealt with it. Look at how people were just there trying to lift the house by hand. But this is the kind of thing that a caterpillar or fire service should have been there to rescue the people with ambulance. But none of these, you know, were around. Oh my God, who am I seeing? Wilson, how are you? Good evening, my darling brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate your joining. Thank you. You know, the other day, like yesterday, I had like about 2,000 views, but only 10 likes. Please, my people, try and click on those like button. It helps somehow. It helps in what we are doing. So our Prime Minister today, he was on the air talking about the Biafran coin. And after, the expose, some people started asking him, thank you, yes, you are good. And God will continue to keep you good. Thank you so much for joining me. So after he had, made his speech, he opened up for people to ask him questions, and some people were asking him how, because Bitcoin or digital coin is something that mainly business people use internationally, and the villagers, the people in the hometown, what could be done about it. And our Prime Minister's response to that is that by 9th of March, there may be an alternative means for the people in homeland. Because, most of our women are farmers. They like to buy, sell things, to buy, enable them buy other things. So our Prime Minister said that definitely by 9th of March, there will be an alternative means for those at home, but that is something that he would have to discuss with the cabinet ministers and all that. So that is that. Then the next information I have brought you people here is that recently, let me see whether this is the full, no, it's not. Recently, on Sunday, we toured USA with the Prime Minister, and our Prime Minister was saying that he had an intel that there will be a coup in the zoo. And if that coup takes place as speculated, that he will declare Biafra before October, as he earlier notified us. So my people, I stumbled into a similar information, and I want to play it out for us to listen to it. Because when you are fighting with somebody, you will always go for their weak point. Yes, you go for their weak point because he is fighting to defeat you, and you are fighting to get your freedom and liberty. So both of you are open enemies. Your opponent is your enemy. It's like when you are in the ring with an enemy or with an opponent fighting, all you aim is to win. You will always be looking for weak points in order to get them. Let me play the voice so that you will listen to it.
Carry it back, go back. Say make it better, make you go transfer the money to his family. Listen to waiting Ibrahim Babangida they talk. 5 days ago he talked, he don't come outside they talk about coup. Listen, So 5 days ago, He came out, he said, I am not in support of the...
Okay, are you talking of the network for our Bitcoin? Yes, USBT. Somebody asked him whether our coin is tied to oil or to property, intellectual property and things like that. But you know, when you are discussing an area somewhere that is not your area, I would have I thought that PM would have brought maybe a banker or somebody who has a knowledge of all these cryptocurrencies and things to take on those questions. But you know, our PM, he does everything for us. Oh my God. Man like you know here. Hello, my people. This gadget is developing some kind of yeah. It did this last week. I don't know what to do. I'm going to take this to technical people to look into it. It keeps kicking me off and bringing me back. And now it will start all over again. Well, my brother. Yes, Wilson, they are a mistake. It's a big mistake. Zoo is a very big mistake. And it's not our fault because we keep talking about. There's a video I played here last week or early this week, either Monday or Tuesday, where an analyst from America, one of our brothers, was talking about Onyendu when he was talking in this very London about how Nigeria should restructure and avoid the total unrest that was going on. That time he hadn't started the IPOB. That was around year 2012, in between 2012, and he started IPOB in year 2013. He was just speaking to the camera. Maybe somebody asked him what was wrong, and he was talking. So on Sunday, we were at with the Prime Minister for the tour of US, and he was making his speech, you know. So he was making his speech, and that speech, you know, was that he had an intel that there's going to be coup in the zoo next March. He said that if that coup takes place, that he will declare Biafra earlier than October. that he's told us initially. So this guy now was telling us about Buhari and Buhari's comment. So let's listen to him.
Bangida, they talk. 5 days ago, he talked. Today again, he don't come outside, they talk about coup. Listen, So 5 days ago, he came out, he said, I am not in support of the proposed military takeover. He heard English, he said proposed military takeover. He not talk, say, he said proposed military takeover, the year. But I will urge the federal government to come into Nigerians' aid before it finally turns into a pack.
Sorry, who was that? Who was the APGA Europe coordinator? Is it the PM or Mazin Namde Kano? Sorry, Wilson. Who was the APGA Europe coordinator?
Pandemic. Then today he came and I listened to waiting Ibrahim Babangida they talk. 5 days ago he talked. Today again he don't come outside they talk about
coup. All right.
Listen, So 5 days ago he came out. He said, "I am not in support of the proposed military takeover." He heard English. He said proposed military takeover. He not talk say the he said proposed military takeover the year. But I will urge the federal government to come into Nigerians' aid before it finally turns into a pandemic. Then today, he came back. You know, this man is a Maradona. He talks in parables. Listen to what he now said today. For a coup to be staged, 78% of a country's citizens must have expressed their frustration to the government. Now, IBB, former military head of state, now when I hear for a coup to be staged, 78% of a country's citizens must have expressed their frustration to the government. After that, we proceed to have a military takeover. Recent stats indicate that 80% of Nigerians are happy and ready to support the government, which is commendable. So let me explain it to you. When the former military general, not just military general, but former military head of state, who once led a coup d'etat, who took over government before, is saying that he's not in support of the proposed military takeover. In your own description, what do you think he's trying to say? Is it that some people are already proposing it, or some people are already planning it, or something like that? I'm just asking. I don't say they want to coup, they ask to, but now, today, he came back to say, for a coup to take over, 80% of the population of the country have to express their frustration to the government. Then when it happens, then the military will proceed to do military takeover. Yeah, you do that. Yeah, I don't mess for me. I don't know what I don't know when they carry me go see this tweet today. And this now for your official Twitter handle. Don't be saying now person, don't be saying now news where they fly around. You they see now IBB official Twitter handle. So for him to say this thing, you know, say this matter, don't they? You don't pinch for one corner. God, I better go. So the truth is that if the government of Nigeria is a serious one, I think this is the time they need to address issue of this minimum wage. No, I saw a video where one army officer was trying to go back home and he was complaining that he got to the park and the transport money was 50-something thousand and his salary is not even up to that. Why can he use 1 month's salary to go?
My people, you know, when you talk about coup, Babangida is a very experienced man when it comes to plotting coups and carrying it out. He's very good at it, or he was good at it when he was still active. I cannot remember the various coups that he took part in. So whenever he's talking about coup, he must have had some hints. And that hint may be very correct, because our Prime Minister, first of all, told us last Sunday during the tour of USA that he got an intel about this coup. So for Babangida to be talking about it now, today, and last week he mentioned it on his Twitter handle, means that something is cooking. And this will go to show the world that what we Biafrans are clamoring at is not fake, it's real. That country is like a heavy load on the shoulder of Biafrans. And it's like when you are carrying such heavy load, you want to bring it down. The person that gave you that load is not letting you bring it down. And the journey is still very far, because as long as you live, you don't know how long God has given you to live on this planet under a very hard condition. People are living in abject poverty. On the 28th and 27th, the whole country staged a walkout and protest that they are hungry. So you can imagine, when they are talking of hunger, because these are the people criticizing us, saying that we Biafrans, every time we will be saying Biafra, Biafra. Why are they talking of hunger? Why are they protesting for hardship? This is what we have been witnessing and experiencing for so many years. Yes, Wilson, let me read your write-up. Any coup happen in Nigeria, we bring anarchy and total breakup. And Biafra will take advantage of it without wasting time. The Breji are in waiting. Yes, that's what our PM said. He said that he is waiting, that the minute it happens, he will declare Biafra. But as we are saying it, the zoo, they will now go and start bribing the military heads. But it's always the junior ones like Ahmed Traore that carries out coup, not the big heads, because the chief of staff, they are very okay. It is the junior officers, because one prophet prophesied it, that this very country, people will protest and the military will soon join them, and police. And I watched that protest, but though I didn't expose it, I didn't bring it out here, but I read it and I saw where police were giving them water, bottled water, and they were drinking. But if it were to be people from Biafra land, they will carry Obatimtim against our people, So you see all these restrictions we get from Facebook and YouTube. It is the zoo. I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that one. But let me play you another video, which I will explain also very well for the world and every other person to know that what we are saying is real and correct. Because the person that you are going to hear his voice now is from the north. Maybe a Fulani boy.
Just like facing Nigeria. Come, let me tell you the major problem of Nigeria. The major problem of Nigeria is northern part of the country, northern Nigeria. The major problem of Nigeria. If you want to see conflict, northern Nigeria, northern Nigeria, refugees, northern Nigeria. In fact, if you want to see thieves stealing on an industrial scale, come to northern Nigeria. Thieves fully engaged in primitive accumulation, come to northern Nigeria. In fact, I am from northern Nigeria. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State. I am from Borno State. I am proud to be an indigenous of Borno State, from the northern part of the country. But I want to tell you that the major problem of this country is northern part of the country. These are people, if you want to see it.
You see it? He said that he is from northern Nigeria, but he has to tell the truth that the problem of zoo are the north. Unfortunately, northern Nigeria is made up of two tribes. The Hausa, the owners of the North, the Hausas, very good people, and the Fulanis, people who lives in the bush, they don't like anything concerning living in the city. They don't care about going to school or anything. All they care about is to buy gun and knife to buy people. So this very honest guy is telling us that the problem of that country is from the North. So let the world know it, that these Northerners are the problem. Anytime you ask them, they will say, oh, it is only tribal problem, header farmer clash. It's beyond that, because we have up to 5 different terrorist groups being sponsored by these people from the North to buy the other tribes and instill fear into people. They want to Fulanize and Islamize Nigeria. Hello, my sister. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. I was watching your WhatsApp and all the messages. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. We are talking about a boy from the North who is telling the world that the problem of Nigeria is from the North. And it's true.
If you want to see conflict, if you want to see nepotism, cronyism, any other thing you can label. In fact, if you count out southern part of the country from Nigeria and give it 10 years, they are going to be recognized among community of nations because of the development they will have. 70% of the people who govern this country are from the northern part of the country. But if you want to see hunger, starvation, and any other thing, it's from the north. Why? We are the major problem. But our people doesn't want us to be speaking the truth. And that is why we continue to suffer.
Did you hear that? He said that everything, nepotism, hunger, or name it, is from the North, but that their people don't want them to speak the truth. They go to the mosque and be radicalizing these boys, telling them lies against people from the South. But now they have realized, because this is a very young man, maybe in his early 20s, and he's telling what they have been, the way they silence them and make them not speak up. But he said that he is going to speak up.
So this kind of issue. So please, me, I am on the opinion, 2027, let's give Igbo a chance. Because I strongly believe, in fact, I am enthusiastically strong believe that the Igbos can be able to handle this country's affairs because they have economic infrastructure to fix this country. Look at what is happening today. Look at what is happening today. In fact, on a daily basis, on our television screen, what you see, they are sad news. They are sad news. There is no single thing, no opportunity that has not been given to the northern part of the country. They have not been utilizing it appropriately. So please, let's give Igbo a chance. That is my opinion. Let's give Igbo a chance. I strongly believe Igbo can be able to handle this country.
No, you see, this thing he's talking about, the Igbo, they always tell them that Igbos are the problem of the country. But I thank God the last time I went to Lagos in year 2022, one woman that I knew so many years ago, I was speaking with her. I said, now, are you going to continue saying Omokoro or Moibo that we are the problem? She laughed. She said, now they know say no Bibo be problem of Nigeria. Na Fulani na him be the problem. She started telling me how one Fulani man spied somebody, you know. So she started telling me that the people is only a keke, no, not keke, a man that drives, you know, what is Okada? Yeah. So just change, 100 naira change. Do you know that this guy brought out dagger to stab the other guy. Before you know it, he said that all his Fulani brothers surrounded that guy and by the guy there, a very young man. And nothing happened. So now, if you go to that country, ask anybody, who is your problem in this country? The Igbo man is just known for his business. Don't block him in doing his business, and you will be friends forever. So my sister Diane, you said, yes, I saw it on Tuesday evening. He is saying the truth because they radicalize them just to use them for evil things. Exactly. They use them for evil things, but the Hausa youths are now distancing themselves. They are not allowing themselves to be used that much because they are not finding it easy either. They are in a very bad situation. You know, they themselves are not finding it easy at all. Things are really, really bad as it is, you know. So these people, they kept on making people believe that the impossible can be possible by them buying people and they will go to heaven, you know. So my people, this is our predicament. Wow, a lot of things are going on, and they are bringing more people to continue to buy our people. See them. You see? All these young men, none of them goes to school at all. So anything their elders tells them, they are bound to believe it. Our next discussion here, my people, is about a man called Bajabia Miller. Listen to this guy.
Meet this man above. This man, many may not be familiar with him because he's kind of an actor who rather always want to be behind the scene. But for those that are not familiar with this face, his name is Femi Bajabia Miller, the immediate past speaker to the Federal House of Representatives. And today, he is the current chief of staff to the president. Femi Bajabia Miller, many may not have known so much about you. But I tell us today, Nigerian people, that this man, Femi, is the man who I, from my own point of view, would rather say is the one running Nigeria at the moment, rather than the Bola Ahmed Tinubu we all seems to be castigating. Yes, many will say he is not the president, I know, but he is the chief of staff to the president. For those that actually know what that means, you will agree with me that Femi, in one way or the other, is actually calling the shot. Now there is a news going around that the federal government wants to regulate social media. This is the man behind it. He's the one I heard it from his mouth. He's the one who said it. And I'm sure he's the one nursing it. Otherwise, Tinubu, the Tinubu that we know, no longer says anything. Anytime you hear President Tinubu says, see you talk up, or God Tinubu not they talk anything. During the campaign, we all saw that. Tinubu don't say nothing. Back in Chatham House, where he was meant to answer questions, Femi Bajabia Miller and Co. were the one answering questions. They were the one Tinubu were delegating the questions to because they were his mouthpiece. Now, something that Nigerians must take note of that we may have forgotten, this man was a sitting speaker of Federal House of Rep during the last presidential election, where he had all the chances to either contest to be re-elected into the House or go for Senate. Femi Gbajabiamila never aspired for any position. Right, in other words, he was patiently waiting for them to procure the election because he knew all the plans that were on ground, that no matter what happens, Tinubu is going to become the president, whether the people vote 100% against or not. So by that, he did not contest because he was already assured and guaranteed of the position he occupied today as the chief of staff to the president. So it's very unfortunate that people like this are behind the scene, but Nigerians don't always notice them. Whereas this is one of the people that you can believe to be the actual enemy of the country. Not the Tinubu we so much castigate. Yes, Tinubu was the grand patron because he has the money back. But Tinubu actually wants to be president by all means because it has been his age-long ambition. These boys made it possible for him, and today he is the commander-in-chief who knows not what to do with power. The Femi and Co have been giving the country to run to their own advantage, and this is where they are taking us to. Whether they agree with me or not, they don't carry all of us go where we don't know. So I just want to educate us on this today, because I know majority is not aware of such a green snake behind the green grass. Femi, I put it to you, if you continue to push the Nigerian people by pushing forward your idea of wanting to tamper with social media, then you will be made to realize how good social media has been to you people in power. Social media has been the one taking attention of the Nigerians, keeping the Nigerians busy and distracting them from your atrocities right from the days of Muhammadu Buhari. Tamper with social media, like I said before, and the disaster will be too huge for your lives to tell.
So my people, you see some of these things I show, they pertain to our families. They pertain to us as well. Last week or early this week, I shared something. Let me look for it. Concerning Nigeria government. Look at it here. Look at it. Concerning Nigeria government wanting to tamper with WhatsApp, but I did not discuss it because I didn't have anything to back it up. But you can see the way this guy critically analyzed, the activities of Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila. Some of these people are really aiding the fall of that zoo. There is no how anybody will accept. They wrote here, the new communication rules, Federal Republic of Nigeria, for WhatsApp and WhatsApp calls, voice and video calls will be implemented from tomorrow. So I received this around 25th of this month. So it has up to number 11. So from number 1, it says, all calls will be recorded. All call recordings will be saved. WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all social media will be monitored. How can they monitor it when in the Europe there is law on people's data and protection. So if these companies are allowing Nigeria government to monitor people's Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, and Instagram, what is remaining? And if anyone finds that they are monitoring their WhatsApp or Twitter or Instagram, is it not right for the person to sue the network providers like WhatsApp or Facebook? Because you cannot be allowing people's details out just like that. And that was number 3. Number 4 says, your devices will be connected to the ministry system. Number 5 says, take care not to send a wrong message to anyone. Tell your children, siblings, relatives, friends, and acquaintances that they should be careful of them and rarely run social sites. Why is Nigeria shooting itself on the foot? What are they afraid of? You know, there's a proverb in Igbo. They said, if you are bathing, you are in the bathroom and you are bathing and you are tying wrapper, you should watch yourself. Yes, ndị Igbo na-asị oji akwa awụ arụ mala onwe. If you are bathing with towel or anything around your waist, you have to watch yourself. Why are they doing all this? Because they know that they are not ruling the country well. They believe that the social media is exposing them. Why can't they behave well? Why can't they rule the people well or treat them fine? It's not up to 1 year that the president started ruling Nigeria. I showed it here last week where an Indian lady was reading out some information showing yacht that the president bought for 30-something billion naira and 5 point something million dollar. You can imagine that. They wouldn't want you to say anything. You know, during the time of Fela Ransom Kuti, he said, don't gag me. You want to gag somebody not to talk. People are hungry. Okay, now that the protest and the placard they carried that day it was on the internet, on the Instagram, it was on Twitter, it was on YouTube, on Facebook. Why don't they sue? So this is the thing. They keep putting fears into our people. If Twitter and the WhatsApp and all these people, Facebook and Instagram, is allowing Nigeria government the access to people's details and people's conversation, is breach. You know, is number 1 is breach of contract and the invasion of your privacy. You know, people should be able to bring action against these companies for enabling Nigeria government to do that sort of thing to people. Because the conversation must be between somebody in the zoo and maybe anybody like me who is not in Nigeria or any other family member. Why are they doing that to people? After using social media to run their own business, now that they're in power, they want to start monitoring people and what they say or what that country, man, I can't understand. So the number 3 said, the police will issue a notification, then be prosecuted by cyber crime, which is very serious. All your group members, moderators, please consider this issue. Be careful not to send the wrong message and let everyone know and take care of the subject, more aware of all in the group. So you can imagine this. The zoo is always at it, you know, taking undue advantage of their position to silence people. This is pure intimidation. I'm telling you. The intimidation is too much. So, my people, after all said and done, it is back to our business, which is Biafra self-referendum. We must not all forget that our self-referendum stretches from this February to May. For those who haven't voted, please endeavor to go and cast your vote and maybe educate others or help them, if possible, to make their vote. And this issue of donation, our Prime Minister is, you know, he is always reflecting on it and encouraging people to continue to vote. Yeah, encourage people to vote so that we will get the number that our Prime Minister, you know, expected from us. It will be an encouragement to him, and it will really show the world that we do no longer want to be in the zoo. That was the original agreement. But Nigeria is not a country that sticks to its words. They are so elusive in character, just like a chameleon. Whenever you bring a fresh chameleon close to any color, it changes to that color. You take it to another color, it changes to that color. Very elusive character. You can never hold them to anything. Otherwise, we would have just amicably agreed to go our separate ways in peace. Because I know that Americans during 1773 to 1776, they fought Britain. And today, Britain and America are the best allies. Yes, we may be good with Nigeria tomorrow, but the way they are going, I don't think that the pain they have caused Biafrans will dry up in a hurry. It will not go off our mind in a hurry. So the only way out for us is for us. Have you sent the link to the Enugu boy? Which one, please? Do you remember the name? Please, Henry, remind me. Thank you for even reminding me. You know?
The Biafra Republic government in exile warmly congratulates Biafrans all.
Wow. So,
Henry, the world, as they have begun to speak proudly with the voice of freedom, let us join hands, combine our funds and our nation together. Go to www.biafrarepublicgov.org/donate to make a donation. Scroll down on the donation page.
Is it the donation link? Oh, you sent it. You sent me a number. Okay, I will check it. When I finish this program, please remind me. I will check it and I will send it straight away. I will send the person both the donation link and the voting link. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you so much. So my people, I'm going to leave you here. We have done well. I trust Biafrans. We are men and women of honor and integrity. We don't say things that we wouldn't do, and we don't do anything that will harm anyone. We are not violent people. We are very hardworking people. A hard worker does not destroy anybody's things because they wouldn't want their own to be destroyed. We are people of liberal mind. We love good things. We build, we do not destroy. So I will leave you here and pray that God Almighty will continue to guide and protect Biafrans all over the world. Ndị be anyị, aga m arapụ unu ebe a. Ọ ga-amalụ nwoke mma, malụ nwaanyị mma. Lotakwanụ ka unu ghara ịdị na-eli nni si n'ugwu Awụsa na-abịa na fa poison chagokwa nni niile o, ma mmanụ edelu Laziz, 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 onye gokwana ya. Biko nụ ndị be anyị, anyị achọrọ ka anybody na-anwụ, maka ọ na-aba anyị n'afọ ọnwụ ndị mmadụ, ọ na-ewute anyị so much. Okay, I will, if I don't call you, please call me to remind me. Thank you so much. I've got your number, I'll call you. So my people, thank you for joining me, all of you that are always here with me. Wilson, Diane, Sonny, and Obi. Thank you so much, Henry. God bless you for joining. Remember to like and share the video so that it goes viral, so that our people will get all the information they needed to keep carrying on. Biafra is our religion. We will continue to evangelize, and I will say, all hail Biafra. Remember, it is peace, unity, progress, and equity. All hail Biafra. Lotakwa n'ife okoko ndempu during the war. Ọ sị na onye ndị ilo gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Ndị Biafra, unu alarụkwa n'ụla. Onye ụmụnne ya bi n'ugwu Awụsa, gwakwa ya na fa na-abịa ebu ndị be anyị n'abalị na-eje egbufa. Ka onye ọbụla ghara iji anya na-abọ na-alarụ ụla kịta, maka na ndị a fasili ike o. Taa ka ọnwa February bụ, echi ga-abụ 1st of March. I wish you all happy new month, but I will still be here tomorrow. Thank you and God bless you all. Bye from